Hello again, here is my second video, and today's topic is the highly requested dating video, dating while trans. And if I'm looking away, or just kind of spacing out, or just trying to like collect myself, it's just because it's just such a big thing for me, and I'm pretty sure a big thing for other transgender women. And I also want to keep myself on topic, so I have like a notebook. You can't really see the notes or whatever, but yeah, it's like a whole little outline to keep myself in check while I'm filming this video. So, before we start, I want to do a little disclaimer. These are my personal opinions from my experiences, what I've witnessed, videos I've seen, just like my whole perception on dating while trans. And I think the first thing we need to do is always acknowledge that when we are dating as a transgender woman, there's a system. There is a system whether we pass or not. And for people who are unfamiliar with that term, passing means to pass off as a cis woman. Whether you look completely cis, where there is completely, it is my mind, it is just registered, you are completely cis, nothing looks out of, character. But once you've disclosed it, there's like a commodity, it's gawked, it's everything you have done to work up to what you've gotten to in your transition, it is now put into check. There's now, oh wow, there's something I didn't see before, now that I know this, and I point out that and that and that. There's all these little things that get pointed out now that you've disclosed that you're trans. I just feel like there shouldn't be a system. I think it's complete, for lack of better words, I just believe it's like horseshit. I feel that every woman is beautiful, every trans woman, every cis woman, every woman is beautiful. No, I also feel like our validation should not just be based on the male's eye, a cis male's eye, or, it should not be validated in the eyes of another person. It should just be your own. Like, if you feel like you're a woman and you feel like this is who you are and, this is your type of definition of woman, and so be it. That is your definition. It is correct. You are a woman. This is you. It's beautiful no matter what. But that is my quick disclaimer of acknowledging that, yes, we have a system of whether a girl can pass or not, whether there's a privilege of how this transition in this dating experience, how it will go and how easy it will be. It's a really horrible system that I have a very complex relationship with. And I don't completely dismiss the fact that I know I do look passing. Like, when I walk down the street, no one ever guesses. I know these things. I don't dismiss it. But moving on, dating while transgender. Dating in general is very hard. It's a pain in the ass. That's the best way I can describe it. It's just very hard deciphering if, first of all, if a guy likes you, if he wants to date you, or if he's just looking to, just looking for like a booty call or something. It's just, in general, dating is hard. I think we all know this. And then once you are dating as trans, it becomes a little harder, because now you have to disclose something you feel that you might feel as a secret, that you might feel that might trigger your dysphoria and just cause like a whole mess of problems. But it doesn't have to be that way. It really does not have to be this complex. It honestly, I have found a way. Not only me, I've talked to other women who are transitioning as well. Like, it does not have to be this hard. It can be just as easy as that the next cis woman who wants to date. It can be just as easy. The only problem is just like, not finding some boy who's just like a dumbass, to be honest. But when you're dating as trans, there are three guys you come across. There is the guy who's experimenting, who doesn't completely know his sexuality and is feeling like, oh, she has the appearance of a woman. She has, everything a woman would have, but what's between her legs? That's what's throwing me off. So I'm going to experiment with her and try to find out my sexuality. You don't want that type of guy. That's a complete waste of space and time for you. And then there's the person who fetishizes you. The problem with the person that fetishizes you when you're trans is you can't really tell if they're there for you and bending over backwards so they can be with you sexually. You can't really tell between that guy and someone who genuinely wants to be with you. And then that leads us to the third guy you meet while transgender, and that is the genuine guy, or whoever you choose to be with, the genuine person who chooses to be with you, no matter what you identify as, what's between your legs, they are there for you. And if you find someone like that while dating, hold on to it, because in general, that's a hard thing to find, and anywhere, to be honest. From my own personal experiences, I have found that either route I've gone, it's almost the same to me. Come you suicides, a woman being beaten to death, and just the most horrific stories you can just imagine on women who are trans who don't disclose they are transgender. And I feel it's very important to do so. And I'm saying just because they don't disclose, they don't get beaten, because there are hate crimes everywhere. Let's just be real. But taking the step to disclose that you're transitioning while dating, it can definitely make things a lot less hard and a little more safe. When is the right time to come out? I'm not really sure when the right time. I mean, my personal opinion, I feel the right time is to do it right away, so you can get the whole awkward conversation out of the way. There's no questioning. It eliminates a lot of things, and it eliminates the person who is trying to talk to you. It eliminates if they're there for the right reasons or not. So I feel coming out right away and disclosing that you're transgender right away is the easiest and safest route, whether it be online or you meet him through a bunch of friends, or just disclosing it right away. So say you're hanging out with your friends somewhere and a guy takes a liking to you and he gives you his number and you guys are talking, immediately disclose it before you guys decide to go on a date or hang out or do whatever you please. Just immediately talk about that. And I've heard other women choose to, just go out on the date or do whatever they please, and over time let that person get to know them before they disclose, because they want to let them know that you are getting all the same, the same treatment you would get but you are getting with a cis woman. You're getting all the benefits that you would with cis women. Like there is no difference, none at all. How to find a partner? There are obviously two ways, and one that is very popular right now is online dating. Online dating makes things 10 times very easy, and it makes it real kind of safe. And I've done it before. I just don't care for it, to be honest. Like I just feel like I get the same results I do if I meet someone on the between a bunch of friends. Like I feel like I get the same thing going on there. Online, it just makes it easier because you're giving them a rundown of who you are, what you're about. You can disclose your trans in your profile. It's so easy. So people who are coming to you, they already know. There's no need to have this whole long, awkward conversation of, this is what I've been doing, this is I'm on hormones, blah blah blah, pre-op, post-op, whatever you be. That's all done. So that's why I feel like online dating is easier. I feel like it's safer. And then there is meeting people through mutual friends or in just any social setting, like a party, just going out in general and meeting someone. That becomes a challenge because that person who, doesn't know you're transitioning, it becomes a little hard because now you have to have a conversation with this person, worry about if they're if they see anything that you know about that you don't want them to see, and then of course disclosing. And then last but not least, once you have come out to your partner, once you have found your partner and you found someone to not necessarily spend the rest of your life with, but just date, you want to be comfortable with that person. You want to be able to have sex with them. You want to just have a normal experience. It took me a while to personally just wrap my head around the fact with a man that wanted to be there for me. He loved me for everything I had going on, whatever I had between my legs, he did not care. Um, it took me a while to wrap my mind around that, and I feel like someone might go through that because of their dysphoria, and it might just set things off. Like, you might not believe that person is genuinely there for you, or that you gross them out when you take off your pants, or whatever. It's not like that, I promise you. Like, I feel like if someone is there for you and they know everything, what's going on with you, what you're going through, I feel like there is an understanding, there is compassion there now, and there is no there are any, you know there's nothing holding them back from having sex with you, or being very free in the bedroom, so to speak. Sorry, I burped. Like, you're showing your vulnerability, and you're just showing that I am so comfortable enough with you. I can, show my body to you. That's a big step, and it took me personally some time to do that. I was very, very nervous about that, and I would even I would still, during sex, I would keep my clothes on. Like, I would keep a skirt on or something, or just a bra on, because I hadn't been as developed yet. But um it takes a while to become comfortable with that, and I feel once you've communicated with your partner how you feel, what's going through your head while having sex, and you've worked something out, it just becomes easier and easier, and not only with that partner, but for the next person that comes along and wants to, be a part of your life. It, um, it just becomes, less of you see it more as a pleasure more than a task. That is how I have personally found it and made it easier for myself to date, is just acknowledging the facts, what is happening, coming out, being very open about who you are, what you're going through, and what you're looking for. Um, Once you've found how to find a partner that will accept you and love you for who you are, and how to peg like what they're there for, and if they genuinely care about you, and then being comfortable with your body, and just finding acceptance, not necessarily acceptance, but coming to peace that this person will love you no matter what, um, maybe under your clothing. Um, and that's how I've made dating much more easier for myself. And until next time, I will have hopefully a video by, I want to say, next Thursday, Sunday. And it's going to be a makeup tutorial. I'm really excited about that, and can't wait to upload that. And please feel free to give me any suggestions of how you want this makeup tutorial to go. Like, what do I personally do? How to personally make your face more feminine. Just give me an angle which you guys would like me to approach, and I will do so. So, yeah.